Hey YouTube, Airstop1 here again, doing a kind of like a more in-depth review of the keyboard, kind of like my thoughts after using it for a little while, getting used to it here. So I got a request from CoolBeans23 here to do this video, so I'm gonna record this here. So we're going over the Levetron Mech4 here. I've had it for like 2 weeks now or something like that. I've played a good amount of StarCraft with it, Minecraft, a ton of Skyrim, other games like that, Warcraft, things like that. So I've gotten a lot of use with it. So let's go with a look of it first when it's plugged in. It actually has power to it. So the only parts that really light up are the volume wheel here, which is actually really nice. This is very useful and looks nice. And the macro keypad here, or I mean the macro key line here. And you can actually turn this on or off by pressing the A/B right here. So that just A/B, so it means turn on the light for A/B. And when you do that, it actually activates these keys. If you have it unselected like that, that means these don't do anything. So when you have it on, it works. And then this is actually a pretty helpful feature too. Windows key on/off. If you're one of those people that kind of puts your hand down here and sometimes using your palm or thumb or whatever you'll hit the Windows key, it's cool to turn it off. I normally have it off when I'm playing Skyrim or something, because if I alt tab by accident, it kind of messes up the game a little bit, so that's good to have. And I believe when you plug the numpad in, it also lights up, so I'll do that real quick for you right here, and I'll show you how easy it is to get this in. It's a little hard to do with one hand, but just kind of slide it in, locks in place, put that down, and there you go. Yep. See, real quick, even with one hand, and it lights up right there. That looks pretty cool. I don't have the numpad on usually on either side, just because my keyboard fits really well right here without it on either side, and I don't really use it much anyways. So we'll just leave that on for now. And here is the little detachable macro keypad. So let's put that on for you guys real quick. So to put that on, there's a little Weaver type rail right here. Clicks real nice when you slide it on. Slide that guy on. Then there's just a little USB 2.0 here, and there's the two jacks in the back for low power consumption inputs. You put that in, it recognizes the drivers, and then there's a little stand on the back. Push it on down, and using the included drivers, you can program that to do whatever you want. So let's start with performance in games. So, let's start with StarCraft here. So when you're playing StarCraft, this keyboard works really well because the keys are they're very responsive all the time. It's good for setting up hotkey groups and stuff. If you need to quick Control 3 or whatever to set up a hotkey group, it's really responsive, and you can really feel that it worked. And you click 3 real fast, 4 or 5, whatever, to get to your groups, and it's real responsive in that regard. And yeah, it works really well for StarCraft. Another game that I'd say it's more prioritized for would probably be something like maybe a Minecraft, or a game where you have to do a good amount of commands or typing, or maybe programming or something like that. Because I know when I'm on my server, I have this key set to change myself to creative mode, like game mode Zeta Slay 1 or whatever. This one might be game mode Zeta Slay 0 to put me out of creative mode. This might be set time to day or something like that. And it's just really helpful to have different macro key sets there. And for a game like Minecraft, this keyboard is definitely great. Skyrim is great. It's just an all-around really good keyboard, really responsive. It sounds great. I'll do another little sound thing here. These are the only non-mechanical keys, by the way. If I didn't say that yet, they're just little clicky keys. This is also mechanical. So that's how that sounds, and I've really been enjoying the keyboard so far. It's been great in, like I said, all games. Really responsive, good to have. I definitely prefer it, definitely over my old Razer Lycosa. Razer Lycosa mirror. I've had that for like 2 or 3 years now, and it was just kind of getting a little worn out and old, so I decided to get a new one, and this one's just coming out. So yeah, definitely recommend this. And now I'm going to switch over to the computer real quick, record a little video of the drivers. Alright, so we're on the computer here now, and I'll show you guys what the driver's like. So, driver, I actually had some trouble installing it at first. The driver wasn't really updated, so I had to, I sent them an email and said, you know, the driver's not working with 64-bit Windows, and they said, you know, what's your specs and everything, told them, and they were like, alright, we'll get that out very soon, and I downloaded the most recent drivers, and it works perfectly. So, yeah, I'll show you what this does. It's a pretty simple little driver here. So when you load it up, this is what you see, and you can go into your macro profiles here, like I have. Here's me, so I have that stored, you know, wherever. And then in this, I can see whatever whatever macros I have for these keys, whatever for the keyboard, any keys. You can change any key to do whatever you want. It's really good drivers like that. And then you can choose whether or not to have this enabled. I believe if you unplug it, that goes away. Or, no, it doesn't. But that's actually better because then you can just do this. So I can click right here. And there's all sorts of things you can do. I can have no function. I can assign a key. So if I click D1, instead of doing nothing, essentially, it'll type 9 or whatever I want to do. I can actually make it open a program or run a script or something. An exe, whatever I want. That's a really cool feature. Play a macro. So if I have a macro defined in here, I'll show you guys that in a sec. I can play that. I can stop it from using a macro. I can make it do like I said, or like /game mode /1, whatever, something like that, like print line command in Java or whatever you want to program or something. And then you can see when you actually set up key to do something, like earlier, I had creative on here. It'll play the macro, and it shows that you have it programmed differently by the little orange here. You can even do the numpad over here. So when you go into macro settings, this is really cool. You can say new macro or new new macro, and like it awesome macro here. And then when you go into awesome macro, you can record something if you want to have an input, if you want to just like space a bunch of times, click space a bunch of times, want to type something, you know, whatever, you can type that, and then you can apply that, click OK, and then go in here and assign the macro to whatever key you want. So it's really quick, really easy to do, and it's just pretty good drivers all around. So what else is there to say? I mean, I've been loving the keyboard so far. I think it's great. It does everything I want it to and more. It's got it's got everything I could want. So I don't really know what else there is to say. Thank you for watching. If you guys have any other questions, I probably missed something. I guarantee you I did. Just leave a comment. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want. And thank you for watching. See you guys around.